welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Eliza at Eliza's Reading. So if you're new here, welcome. If not, welcome back. So before we get started, if you think you're gonna like my channel, just go subscribe anyway. But anyway, in today's video, I'm going to be showing you all my Amazon book haul. Now, I know I said I wasn't gonna buy any more books anymore, but guess what? I'm gonna stop saying it from now on because obviously that's not true. I've literally have had a book haul every weekend of my good paid weeks. Like, I intentionally save money for specific places. So I put money to the side for Ollie's. I allot money for Amazon. I allot money for like independent bookstores. That just helps me to be able to like really save money. But it's just kind of like I have a book budget. I have a book budget, and then I'm like, okay, this is my book budget. Now, after this is gone, I cannot spend any more money. So I've basically splurged on books, but within my budget. So I don't want anyone ever thinking that I'm just spending hundreds of dollars for all these things, because no. One thing about me, if you're new to my channel, one thing about me, everything that I get is pretty much going to be like half price. I always look on the internet. I'm always in the mindset of comparison. So I always look around on the internet first to see like what prices I can get for like the cheapest. And then if I really just can't find it anywhere else, then I'll probably end up using Amazon, because a lot of independent authors that I really love to buy books from, especially when it comes to Black authors, we know that a lot of times it's not promoted or highlighted in traditional bookstores. So therefore, we do have to buy them from Amazon, because a lot of the times I'm noticing that independent authors do not have their own websites, or like they have their own websites, but they don't sell the books on their website. So it's pretty much like now I'm being coerced into getting it from Amazon when I really don't. And then when you try to go on like certain websites to get these particular books, they're selling like the books secondhand at like new prices, at like new book prices. So with that being said, I'm going to jump into the Amazon haul. So I think Amazon, it was like Prime Day or something. Not, was it like, it was like Amazon Prime Day or something, where a lot of the things were 80% off. So a lot of the books that were on my wish list, some of them, the price had like dramatically decreased, which is why I bought them. So the price had dramatically decreased. And now when I say dramatically, I'm saying a book from being maybe like $16 to $8. So to me, that is like a dramatic increase in price. And then when I price checked it with other stores and other vendors and retailers and things like that, I'm like, okay, this is actually a good price because it's very comparable. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to open up all the packages, because I have packages and then I have 2 boxes. And then y'all know that whatever Amazon has in their warehouse, they send it. But then you have like other people, like third parties, they're sending it from, y'all know what I'm trying to say. So basically I have like all different packages. This particular one came from like a third party store. So this one, it actually came like, I'm gonna say a week after I ordered it. So it came really like a week early, because it was supposed to come on the 14th and it actually came like a week early. So I have all this. Whoops. So I have all this, and then I have, not to show y'all my edit, 2 boxes. And then, so I'm gonna like go ahead and open them, but I'm going to like organize them, because there are some series that I did purchase. And then the books that are not going to be in this book haul are the books that I purchased from Book Outlet and World of Books. So I actually thought that my Book Outlet haul would have been here by now, because I only ordered 10 books. So I haven't even gotten a notification that my order has been received and they're working on my order, which is really weird, because I ordered those books like a week ago. So I really find that very strange, because anytime I order like 50 books or something like that. Or, well, I never ordered 50 books. Well, maybe I did the first time. I think I ordered like 40 books. But the last time I ordered 29 books, they had my order like en route within like a week. So I'm thinking to myself, like, y'all really, oh, you know what? Let me just, I don't even know why I had those scissors. So I'm thinking, why are y'all taking so long to send 10 books? Because y'all don't take that long when I order 30. So I'm assuming they're taking like their precious time, because I was debating whether or not I wanted to like open the packages while we're talking or like off camera, because I'm like, I don't want this to take like a long time. Oh, this book kind of small. That looks like a novella. So I'm gonna like open the books up, and then hopefully it doesn't take me too long. But the other ones are in like boxes, so and I have to organize them according to like my brain memory, how I was gonna present them. So yeah, but I just didn't think my book outlet haul would be coming this late, because sometimes I like to do my hauls all in one video. And a lot of the times I think that I like to do it all in one video so that I can just do it all in one video, because a lot of the times people probably like, oh, you just order books like every week. No, I really don't. I really don't, y'all. I really don't. It's just that they're coming like at totally different times. And because they're coming at totally different times, I usually have to film them like differently, which is weird, but I literally just end up having to, okay, this goes with this. So that's what I mean. Like, these two books actually go together because this is a trilogy. And I actually took the other book out of the bin that it was stored in so that y'all can actually see like the entire trilogy. And because I wanted to show y'all the entire trilogy, because I think on my one of my last videos I was telling y'all that one of the fantasy books that I saw chocolate covered pages doing a review on, I knew I had to get that book for myself just because I saw it on her YouTube channel. Okay, I'm so glad the rest of these are in a box, and they better not be bent. Cause y'all know Amazon, oh, I like this one, it's thick. See that? It's not bad, but you can definitely tell that I'm gonna have to like press that down on something. Okay, so let me hurry up, y'all, because y'all probably like, girl, if you don't just hurry up. Okay. I just thought it would make more sense that I open it all first and then talk about the books. So that's that. Okay, so one more box and then I promise we're gonna get started. So there are some books that I'm just really just gonna add to my wish list. And what I'm gonna end up doing is, if my family wants to buy me things for like Christmas or my birthday or like anything like that, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna give everybody my wish list, my book wish list from Amazon, because I do have like books on. Ooh, I love chunky books. So I do have, and it came in such good condition. Look at that, pristine condition. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to get him some good reviews. But But yeah, so I do have a Amazon wish list where all the books that I like want or currently want, I usually add them to my wish list. But I would say majority of them I've already acquired. So I try to get a couple books off my wish list like every, maybe like pretty much like once a month. Okay, so now we're gonna get into talking about the books. I just wanted to take them all out so that I can organize them. Okay, so the first book that I want to introduce is called When the Moon Hatched by Sarah Parker. This is actually a romantasy. This book is centered around an assassin with missing memories and a dragon rider bound by grief. So in the midst of like magic and rebellion and hidden secrets, they are definitely going to spark a connection. So I think that this kind of gives me Fourth Wing vibes a little bit, especially when it talks about the dragon rider, because y'all know I love Fourth Wing. So anything that reminds me of Fourth Wing, I'm definitely going to get it. So that is the motivation behind me getting this one. And I just love chunky books. It makes me feel like really intellectual. So when I saw this, I'm just gonna be honest, I added it to the cart because y'all know that I've been looking for some great fantasy reads. And when I saw this, number one, I absolutely fell in love with the cover, but I also fell in love with the premise because I'm really interested to see with this assassin losing her memories, how her interaction and banter is going to be with the dragon rider. So I'm super excited for that, right? The next book is actually Ruthless Vow by Rebecca Ross. This is actually a YA romantasy. This centers around lovers that are separated by war and magic, and they are basically, they're fighting to end a god's reign of terror. And actually there are some elements of like missing memories within this book as well. So I picked this up because I did get Divine Rivals, and this is actually a duology. And one of my friends told me that if I really want to get my foot into Wild Reverence by Rebecca Ross, because I really wanted to read Wild Reverence, but she told me that even though Wild Reverence is a standalone, she said it would be a good idea if I read the first like 2 books. I guess you want to say maybe prequels, but she said these books, Divine Rivals and Ruthless Vows, kind of gives you a taste of like what's to come in Wild Reverence. So I'm really excited to dive into this one, although I gotta read, you know, like the first one first. So I cannot wait to get into this because I love a good YA romantasy, okay? So the next book that I picked up is The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. So I actually picked this up because I keep seeing it. I've been interested to really get into this as well because this is historical contemporary fiction, and everyone has been raving pretty much about this book. Literally like every YouTuber that I've watched, they literally like read this book. So this centers around a Hollywood star and her scandalous life. So I'm just wondering, like, did she really have 7 husbands? Because if she had 7 husbands, baby, that is super scandalous. I'm really wanting to experience like her life as a Hollywood star and how her life intertwined with these 7 husbands. I'm just interested in what actually happened to them. So, you know. Now, so the books that I'm super excited to talk about, let me get the other one. I am super excited to talk about this trilogy because of course, it's really the third book that I really wanted, because I'm like, a person of color is on the cover. I'm getting it. I don't care I didn't read the first 2 books. I'm getting this trilogy. So I'm gonna, like, I can't just order though the 3rd book without reading the first 2. That just wouldn't be right. But an African American person is on the front cover. So did I get it? Yes. Have I read any of these books? Absolutely not. Buying books and reading is 2 different hobbies, for those who don't know. This particular trilogy is called Empire of the Wolf. In one of my previous videos, I did already tell you like the premise of this particular book. So this is actually book 1, Justice of Kings by Richard Swan. And then these are the other 2 books. So this is the Trials of, okay, no, let me do it in order. So the second book is The Tyranny of Faith. Like, look at these, man, these covers are like gorgeous, freaking gorgeous. And then, y'all, Oh, I just love it. I just love it. Look at this, oh my gosh, y'all, the book is so, just look at it. Just take a second. Let's 40 seconds of silent reflection. Oh my gosh, I crack myself up, y'all. This is literally me all the time. I crack myself up, like, I crack myself up. But 40 seconds of silent reflection for this gorgeous cover. So this book is the Trials of Umpire. Okay, so this book centers around a man of law fighting against forbidden magic and zealotry. Some of the themes that you will identify in this is like faith, power, and the cost of belief, because he is trying to figure out in this book if the justice system that I am bound by, do I really believe in this justice system? And I can kind of contribute that to like into today's society, how you might be like an officer of the law, but do you really believe in the justice system? Do you really believe in the industry or the institution that you actually work for? Like, does it really work? So that's what I get from this, and that's why it's pretty much like a dark political fantasy. So I absolutely love this. So then the next one, and also you can definitely see a difference in the size. So the second book is actually a little bit bigger, and I think so is the third book. So definitely you could tell book one is setting you up for the next books. This book is really considered like an epic fantasy. This centers around a magistrate who faces gods, demons, betrayal as an umpire, and the umpire that he's under is on the brink of collapse. Some of the themes that actually come up in this book is justice, corruption, betrayal, and moral compromise. So when I say I love like books that like have that political element to it, especially if it's come from like this, like it seems like it's like a 1800s era, like political corruption era. So I'm just so interested in books like that, but definitely cannot wait to Y'all, I did not see that. Look at that. I was so worried about getting this book, and it's like, ew. Okay, when I read this, I'm just going to take a piece of paper and just cover that when I read this. Because, baby, y'all know I do not read books with snakes on it. I literally just saw that. I'm like, hold up. Are those serpent? Oh, no. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to like cover that up when I get ready to read it, because I don't want to see those at all. Okay, I'm moving on to the next book. So the next book that I purchased, and if you're wondering how I ended up purchasing these, I ended up purchasing these because I was on the internet looking for Black African-American authors or people of color that write fantasies, because all the ones that I was seeing in the store, of course, they were not of color. And it was really hard for me to find like African-American fantasy. So I literally had to Google African-American fantasy authors or Nigerian or African fantasy authors, because Africans, especially Nigerians, they do write a lot of fantasy, especially Caribbeans as well. I know that they do write a lot of fantasy, but majority of the fantasy books that I've read have been written by Nigerian authors. So of course, when I was looking for them, I looked up like Nigerian fantasy writers. And then pretty much like all these books came up, even the ones that were basically like Black American, those came up as well. But Nigerians are amazing authors, especially when it comes to fantasy. So if you've ever read like Children of Blood and Bone, oh my gosh, that book is so good, except the last one. But that's, but if you've seen that video of my recommended Nigerian authors, you can actually see my review of that last book on that particular video. So this book is called Beasts Made of Night by Tochi Onyebuchi. This is actually a YA dark fantasy centered around guilt, power, and self-sacrifice. So really it's about a gifted sin eater becoming entangled in royal corruption that could actually destroy the world. So I actually ordered the second book because I think this is actually a duology. So I ordered the second book because I think it's called Crown of Thunder. I'm not sure. I put it up here on the screen, and I ended up just ordering that. I ordered it from, I want to say Book Outlet or World of Books. It's one of the two. So when I got this one, I think I got this one on Amazon because Book Outlet did not have this one. I think I got it from Book Outlet, but Book Outlet did not have this one. So I'm really interested to read this. Oh, yeah, it is. It's right here. So if you see that, it says Crown of Thunder. Okay, so, okay, no, I'm wrong. So Crown of Thunder is actually the first book. That's what it is. And then Beast of Night is actually the sequel to Crown of Thunder. So I ordered it on Book Outlet because it was cheaper to order it on Book Outlet than Amazon. And then this one was not on Book Outlet, so I ordered this one from Amazon because it was actually cheaper than any other vendor or retailer that I saw. So I'm excited to get into this one. So the next book that I picked up, really, this looks like a novella because this isn't even 100 pages. So yeah, it's only 108 pages. So this is basically a novella. See how small it is? So really, I can literally read this in like an hour and a half, depending on like how fast I'm reading. So this is actually considered steampunk alternative history fantasy, and it centers around divine power and resistance. So it's about a street thief and an Air Force captain. They basically are going to team up in order to stop a weapon from destroying New Orleans. So it's called I didn't even tell y'all the name of the book. It's called The Black God's Drums by P. Djeli Clark, I want to say. I hope I'm saying that right. I'm probably not saying it right. But when I saw this book, number one, I was like, that cover is like adorable. It's so amazing. However, I really didn't think about the page count at all. I just saw the book, and this actually came up in my search for fantasy reads. So I'm like super excited to get into this one. So let me know in the comments if you've read anything by this author, because I did see a couple books on the internet from that author, but I've never read anything from her before. So this will literally be like my first time reading something from her. So the next book that I purchased is called Daughters of Enri by Rini Amayo. So this is about twin goddesses who were actually separated at birth, but then what ends up happening is their magic ends up awakening in order to destroy a tyrant and restore their lost faith. So this is actually a YA mystic fantasy read. And like I said before, this came up in my Google search. So I was super excited to read this. I did go on Goodreads to actually look at the reviews, but I don't like looking at reviews of books before I actually read them, because reading is subjective. So something could be good to you, but it's not good to other people, because every book doesn't fit a specific audience. So those that rated this really low, okay, obviously you're not the target audience that this book is actually for. So this book will actually be good for people who enjoy African mythology, and that's something that I actually enjoy. I enjoy learning about African culture, mythology, and lore. So of course, y'all know I picked it up, and then look at the cover. Amazing, just amazing. And I'm pretty sure that African American creators or illustrators probably illustrate the covers. So now the next two books are from Lauren Roberts, the Powerless trilogy, and I ended up just going ahead and getting the last two books. I actually got these from Amazon because they were actually cheaper just for me to get them from Amazon. I mean, they were. And I know I order a lot from Amazon, but I mean, can you blame me? I think Reckless may be the second book in the trilogy. And then like the two, like these aren't really, I'm not gonna say they're these are under 200 pages, so they would be considered novellas. So these were like literally wrote in addition to the actual trilogy. And a lot of people have really great things to say about the first book. So when I ended up getting Fearful, I realized a mistake. I was like, oh, this is like an addition to the trilogy. So I'm like, well, you know what? I'm going to have to end up getting all the books, because it just looks weird if you have like the first book and then like the fourth book, which is just like an addition. It's like, So it just makes no sense. So Reckless is actually a YA fantasy, and the central theme around this book is trust, rebellion, and emotional resilience. So this particular book has that enemies to lovers trope within it. So I think that's one of the reasons also that what sparked me to actually just complete the series, because I just don't want to read Powerless and then, which is actually up here, it's actually right there. I didn't want to read that one, and if I liked it, did not have the other books in the series. So I love that enemies to lovers trope, especially when it's predictable. So that's why I just went ahead and just got Reckless. And I had been looking for it at Marshall's, because Marshall's actually has those books, and I have not been able to find it. I mean, of course it's at Target, but it's like $18. And then it's at, I think they didn't have it at BJ's. They had Fearful at BJ's. But anyway, moving on, because y'all know I could talk. Y'all know I talk too much. Okay, so moving on. So Powerful, this is actually a special edition because of the sprayed edges. So the sprayed edges are like really adorable. They're super pretty. I didn't know when I ordered this that it had sprayed edges. I just ordered it because I wanted to complete the trilogy. It's so pretty. Like, it's really pretty. Like, I absolutely love the covers. And if you've ever seen like the other covers of like the trilogy, those are so much prettier. Like, I'm literally like, I want those. I don't want these now. I want the other ones. The graphics of it is like really pretty. So this book centers around a girl who's born powerless in a world full of magic, but she must end up confronting like some secrets that could really end up ruining everything. So this book centers around self-worth, deception, and destiny. So I cannot wait to get into the series. That's why Powerless is up here, because I have to read it. I'm tired of everyone saying Powerless is good and I haven't read it because FOMO. So the next book that I'm like super excited to read, not only because it's by a person of color, but I just hate it. It's kind of bent a little bit from, I think, it just sitting in the box. Like, it's not bad, but it's like curled a little bit. So I'm wondering, like, if I sit something on it like heavy enough, will it just straighten itself out? But this is called The Rage of Dragons by Evan Winter, and I actually follow a girl on Instagram, and I saw that this was on her TBR for this month. She said this was like a reread, and she said that this book, it was really good, because I think she said there was like a sequel coming out, or a sequel is out, or it's coming out. I'm gonna actually have to go research that. Yeah, it's kind of creased a little bit, but this particular book actually came up, so I decided to just get this one. And usually my rule of thumb is, if it's a series, only buy the first book, or maybe even use Kindle Unlimited to see if you actually like it first. But with the Powerless trilogy, I was just being impulsive, and now I had to commit to buying the rest of them since I had bought two. So this is also an African-American author, and I absolutely just love the cover. It's adorable. Well, it's not really adorable, but I really love the cover. It's so dramatic. I think that's one of the reasons why I love like African-American fantasies, because their covers are really dramatic. Like, they're like a positive dramatic. Their covers just eats like down all the single time. This book is actually an epic military fantasy, and it centers around a warrior fueled by vengeance must rise through brutal trials and defy the odds. This book centers around revenge, sacrifice, and perseverance, and I actually cannot wait to get into this. And I did look at some like comparisons, and they said that if you like the Poppy Wars, that this would be something that you will be interested in reading. So if you've read that book before, you probably will be interested in reading this. But I can't wait to get into this book. I don't know when these books are going to be on my TBR. I don't know. But I'm going to get to them. So the next book is Crooked Kingdom by Leigh Bardugo, and she is the one who wrote Six of Crows. This is actually the sequel in the duology. This is a YA fantasy, and it has some of those elements of like heist adventure, because it centers around like an outcast crew who must outwit like these powerful enemies in a deadly heist of revenge and survival. So I've gotten nothing but like good reviews from other people who've read Six of Crows. I have not read Six of Crows. I plan to read Six of Crows. I don't know when yet because I just keep buying books. And I just feel like I just love books. It's like I want to have them all, and I know that I can't have them all. But one day I gotta just like stop buying them. But I do read them. See, the thing is, I do read them. It's just I just keep buying them, which delays like all these from being read, because then when I buy newer books, y'all know how it is. Don't look at me like I'm the only one, because I ain't. So I cannot wait to get into this one because it does center around loyalty and found family, and I can't wait to get into it because I know it is a Netflix series, and before I watch the series, I definitely want to read the books, because one thing about me, if it's like a TV show or a movie, y'all, I can't do it. Like, if I end up watching the series before I actually read the book, I'm not going to read the book. I'm just going to put it in the free little library. So the next book that I purchased is called Binti. This is actually the complete trilogy. This is by Indy Okorofor. Y'all, I'm sorry. Okay. That's just how I'm going to pronounce it. So this actually came up also in my research. If you go on Amazon, you will actually see that they have this particular book in a complete series. But these are actually, I think, novellas. So this is like 3 books in one. And then they actually had the first book on Book Outlet, but I'm thinking by the time I buy like that novella for $6 on Book Outlet, I can literally just buy the whole entire trilogy for $11 on Amazon, which made more sense. So actually, because it's a trilogy, it's like 3 books in one, I'm just going to tell you all like the synopsis from my notes. It says a gifted Himba girl leaves home to attend a galactic university and becomes a bridge between warring worlds. So the genre is Afrofuturism and science fiction. The themes that will come up in this book is identity, belonging, and transformation. So for people who actually love science fiction, this may be like a really great read. And I know this author does have like really good reviews when I look at reviews of like certain books that she's already written online. So I'm just hoping that I love this just as much as I love Children of Blood and Bone, because like I said, like Nigerians are like amazing fantasy writers. I mean, they just really are. So I cannot wait to get into that one. So this one, I'm also excited because I love the cover. Like, it's so beautiful. Like, oh my God, it's just so adorable. So the book that actually came up in my research of fantasy writers was Drown Me with Dreams. So that is actually the sequel to Sing Me to Sleep series. So this is actually book 1. This is by Gabby Burton. And when I realized that Drown Me with Dreams was the sequel, I ended up going on Amazon and I found this one because this is the first book. It didn't make sense for me to order the second one, and I didn't have the first one. So I ordered the first one, and I think that I ordered Drown Me with Dreams. I have to see, y'all. I ordered so much stuff. So between Book Outlet and World of Books, I think I ordered it. This is about a siren assassin who is actually hiding some deadly secrets. So when I saw this cover though, I was like, oh, I gotta have that. And one thing that I do love, I think within like the magical world and the magical systems, I really, really do love sirens. And that's how I knew what a siren actually was. See, I've been learning, y'all. I've been learning, because if y'all have ever seen or read The Secret Life of Maggie Gray by Granger, she has like all these different magical systems, and basically magical systems and tiers within her book. So you have like the vampires, the sirens, the wolves. What else? Witches. So she kind of like gives you like a breakdown of the magical tiers within like the magical HBCU campus. And that's how I actually knew when I read the synopsis that this would probably be a really good book, because I actually love sirens, especially when I read about them in the magical system. So, and that's how I knew like sirens are the ones who like sing you to sleep. And I also knew that because if you've ever seen Wednesday on Netflix, they kind of identify like the magical systems within like that school that Wednesday was in, and then the siren that actually was in Wednesday is actually an African American girl, which is really cool. And they end up like, of course, like being like friends a little bit at the end. But anyway, so that is like 14 books. I don't think there's anything else. I do have one book coming, but I'm going to put that particular book in my next book haul because I don't have it yet. It's not coming until like tomorrow. And that is actually a kid's book, but I'm actually going to do a whole separate video for that because my coworker's son, he literally wrote a book, y'all, and I want to share it with y'all. But anyway, let me know if you've read any of these books. Let me know what did you like about them. If you stayed to the end of the video, hopefully I didn't talk y'all head off. I tried to do this review as fast as I can, which is why I tried to do like really short synopsis so that I didn't really give y'all too much information, because trying to read like all the synopsis on the back of the book is super crazy. So that's pretty much like what I'm trying to do like going forward, is just basically have like a 1-sentence synopsis so I don't bore y'all to death and the videos don't be like an hour long. But anyway, if you stay to the end of the video, and I love when y'all stay to the end of the video, it really helps my channel grow, and I really appreciate everyone who's subscribed to my channel. I want to do a book giveaway, so I'm going to be doing a poll like sometime this month, because I think I want to do a giveaway maybe for Christmas. So if I can reach like 2,000 subscribers by Christmas, I do want to do a 2K giveaway. But if you stay to the end of the video, again, put a book emoji in the comments. Let me know what your next read is. Let me know what your favorite fantasy read is. Let me know what your favorite book is, period. Until next time, thanks for watching, y'all. Bye.